Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Gators in the swamp, chomping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we raise the backs, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score.
What is going on? What is going on? It is Monday. It is a new week, and we are back around the water cooler. I am Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk Sports podcast. And the other man, you can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
My name is Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler as always, man. Before we get into it, man, shout out to all y'all that's rocking with us here tonight, man. We thank y'all so much, man. Before we get into it tonight, let me get the banner going at the bottom. As always, make sure that y'all follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23 on Twitter. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And, of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube because we are trying to go that way towards 900 subs, man. So we need your help to help us get there. We appreciate all that you all do for coming around and giving us a little bit of your time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday as we sit back and we talk a little SEC, a little college football, and some Auburn football, man. Marcus, how you feeling tonight, my guy? How you feeling?
Can't complain, brother. Can't complain. How you?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Doing well, man. Shout out to Marcus and Tez, man. They
Hey,
held
man,
down
I
the
was
locker
just about
room.
to say that. Shout out to you, bro.
They held down the locker room this past weekend. Shout out to them. That's what it is. That's what we talking about. Shout out to them for that, man.
Man, to do it how you do it, bro. Salute to you, bro, because that right there, woo.
It's not that bad.
But you a beast.
It's not that bad.
Man.
It's not that bad. Is it that bad?
Going through all the comments and switching out the what's the name, man, you a beast.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's fun. It's fun.
It is.
As a matter of fact. It's fun. What was your favorite part of the day? The end of it?
My favorite part was Uh, I would say when people were coming in talking that smack,
Who was talking smack?
Huggy, I had Huggy come in, Ant came in, Ed came in.
Okay.
Yeah, when they came in, it got kind of live.
It got kind of live. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
got live.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, man. Nah, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for holding it up, holding down the chat, man, holding down the locker room this past weekend, man. I had a chance to jump in and see how everything was going just for a short time. And it seemed like everybody was having a good time. That's what
Yeah,
it
it was
seemed like.
fun, man.
I had to get in just to see what everybody was thinking and stuff like that, man. And we appreciate all that so much, man, for rocking with us, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat with us tonight, man. Auburn Dad's in the chat. What's going on, Auburn Dad? He said, what's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling? He said, yes, now we know who caused us to have a bad offense. It was you freeze. He stayed recruiting and let Knicks cook. We're not letting Knicks cook. By the way, DJ admitted that Vandy came out in the second half doing things they haven't done all year. I give him some of the defensive performances to that, but penalties killed us on both offense and defense as well, with no call on the PI 3 times, but got us every time. Yeah, man. Looking at it, man, it seems as if this game came down to penalties, man, because Auburn was still in that game. Your thoughts on this game so far, man, from what you saw from this past weekend? Shout out to Auburn Thaw in the chat. What's up? What's your thoughts on the game so far, my guy?
Man, yeah, pretty much Auburn Dad summed it up. It was defense and undisciplined play, man. Shout out to the offense for actually showing up. They had a great performance. But at the end of the day, you can't win playing undisciplined football.
That is true. That is true, man. King Richard in the chat said, man, we got the offense we wanted to see all year, but loved how DJ Durkin was honest about how Vandy did things they had not seen on film, the hurry up offense. He did say that. He did say that, man. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to Mike McKinney in the chat. I got Mike. What's up? War Dame Eagle. Mike, how you feeling, my guy? How you feeling? So Mike B right behind him. What up, man? War Eagle to you, my guy. Hope y'all feeling good. The king of the comments is in the chat. Travell, what's up, my guy? What's up? Tim, the tour Maine Taylor is in the chat. What's up, my guy? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling good. Yeah, Marcus and Tez killed it Saturday. Yes, they did, man. They did a really great job, man. Really did a really
appreciate it.
They're gonna be doing a lot of them by themselves too. Just playing. I don't know. Subscribe, like, share, man. Hit the like, hit the link. If you want to come in and chat with us for a little while, man. We're not gonna be on here long tonight, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. Feeling myself. Phil is in the chat. What's up, Phil? Cypher, the God is in the chat. What up, Cypher, man? James Barnett is around the water cooler with us, man. What's up? How you feeling, my guy? How you feeling? Mike said we just found another way to lose. Lost this past. We just found a different way to another close loss this past weekend. That's Auburn being Auburn. Man, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, man. It felt like Auburn found another way to lose the game. But okay, so I want to pose this question to you, Marcus, and then I want to pose this to the chat as well. Okay, if DJ Durkin were to go up there and say we're close, if he were to go up there and say we are close, right?
Yeah.
Would you be more inclined to believe him, or would you still have the same?
I don't want to hear it
as Hugh Freeze. Shout out to Rodney, man. Rodney, I just checked the emails. I did get the message, Rodney. Literally, I just checked it about 15 minutes ago. I did get the message. I will hit you up. I will respond to you either tonight or tomorrow morning. I got it. I did get it. Go ahead, Marcus.
But yeah, I don't want to hear it. Like just like the basketball coach said, just like Pearl's son said, I don't want to say too close. That's very cliche. We tired of hearing it. I think Durkin said the right things in this interview, especially from a leadership standpoint. We can't keep saying it's too close. Losing is unacceptable. So it's just at a certain point, we gotta figure out a way to win. And also, I would say for our ends and our edges to be so the highlight of our team, the bright spot of our team, we did a horrible job containing Pavia. Saturday. Pavia was able to get out. He was able to do exactly what he wanted to do. I really needed a better job from my edges last Saturday.
Yes, James Edward actually came on the show last night. And okay, so just so you know, if you watch the corner call-in show, Edward, he called in and he had probably one of the best calls that we ever seen. Literally 30 minutes before he called into the call-in show that they do on Sundays, he called into the Have You Heard show that we do over on Auburn TV, and basically said the exact same thing. Yeah, basically said the exact same thing. So shout out to Edward, man. Edward may jump in the chat later on if he wanted. When he come in, he more than welcome to jump in and reiterate how he feels about that. But yeah, man, Edward called in literally 30 minutes before he hopped on the call-in show that happens over on, I guess it's Auburn Sports on 3 now with Cole Pinkston and Allen Head and Jeffrey Lee. He jumped in over there with us on the call-in and basically gave us the same his same thought process. So yeah, it'd be dope, man. Shout out to Edward, man. Shout out to Edward.
What was Edward's thought process? I went on you to tell.
Well, no, the question it was the question about Durkin being the head coach moving forward. And there are a lot of people that feel like, because of Durkin's past with what happened at Maryland and what was going on, with the incident that happened with the player at Maryland, and it being his fault, and people saying it's his fault and stuff like that, and all type of stuff. A lot of people, don't think that he deserves to have that opportunity to be a head coach. Edward came on here and said and gave an example. He basically said that there was a player that died under the same similar circumstances, not same, but similar circumstances that under Pat Dye at Auburn, the same similar circumstances, and it was like people deserve second chances in that vein. So he came on there and he expresses his feelings about it and why he behind and why he feel like Durkin should be the guy potentially. So it is what it is, man. James said Vandy did not have one holding call. How do you feel about that? We still had a chance to win, but just wanted to know y'all's thoughts on that. I'm gonna bring in a guy that always has a very, very interesting perspective. And ladies and gentlemen, he needs no introduction. His name is Ant, and he wants to be the OC. Ant, what's going on with you,
OC?
You're a bum, Jimbo. You're a bum.
Ant,
What up,
how you feeling
dog?
tonight, my guy? How you feeling?
Man, I'm cooling, man. How y'all doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
What's up?
So, Ant, your thoughts, man. Your thoughts on this, man. James posed a question in the chat. He said Vandy didn't have not one holding call. How do you feel about that? We still had. He said Auburn still had a chance to win the game. But just want to know y'all. Just want to know what your thoughts are on that.
Keep it clean and knit back.
Therefore, I have no comment.
Man, come on, man. Come on. You act like I didn't hear the show. I heard the show. It was playing the whole time while I was at my grandma's 90th birthday celebration. So I heard everything that was said.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I mean, I can't even be mad.
Okay.
They did LSU the same way.
Okay. I like that. That's a good point. That's a good point. But LSU points. LSU had 4 trips in the red zone, only got 3 field goals. That's it.
With 10 penalties to Bama's 2. Crazy work. Crazy work.
I'm just saying.
Niggas ain't even trying to hide it no more.
Bro, I'm telling you, they on a mission. It's a possibility we could have A&M, Georgia.
Yeah,
Bama.
he is eating them chips. Good God, he eating them chips.
My bad.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ant.
I want to see is he shaking them in their hand and throwing them.
Yeah, that's what it look like he doing. He doing this.
All that. I ain't doing all that. No.
Hitting the sunflower seed shake.
Let's see, you got Bama, Georgia, A&M, possibly Oklahoma, possibly Texas.
Breaking news right there. Hold up. Wait. We got some that might be breaking news right there. That might be breaking news.
What the?
Shout out to Mike B. He said
Oh,
Kiffin's interested in Auburn. Believe that. That's what he said.
man, Kiffin been interested in Auburn.
I was gonna say
Kiffin was
he
Kiffin was
been.
interested in Auburn the first time, so that's not breaking news for real.
Okay.
It's up to his kids, man. Whatever your kids say goes.
Okay. All right.
But you have a possibility to have 5 to 6 teams from the SEC in the playoffs. So you should know these teams that ain't even nowhere near playoff contention. Hey man, it is what it is for them. You gotta survive.
I want to ask y'all this question. Let me ask y'all this question. How much of an indictment of Hugh Freeze after watching this team this past weekend, right? After watching Auburn go to Vanderbilt, play a very balanced football team, you know, offense and defensively for Vanderbilt. How much of an indictment is it for on the previous head coach that this offense, literally the week after he got fired, not even going through a bye week. You know, you mentioned LSU. LSU fired their coach right before they went through a bye week, came out, and the offense still looked like it has looked all season. You know, just kind of sputtering along. Sputtering along is what LSU's offense looked like. But Auburn fires their coach after putting up only 3 points against what was the second worst defense in the conference, right? And then within 5-6 days, you see a difference in the offense on that side of the ball. They come out and they put up 38 points to match their season, to match the most points that they put up this season when they played Baylor in game 1. How much of an indictment is that on Hugh Freeze that this offense just looked completely different?
That's a huge indictment.
From him not being there, and then all of a sudden the offense looks different, and it only happened in a matter of 6 days.
A huge one. I say, like I said on the show after the game, he should have to pay the university back. It shouldn't be no buyout. Matter of fact, he should be sued.
Wow,
that's how bad it looks.
We actually on 3.5 mil right now, Marcus. We on 3.5 mil.
Like, he should be sued. Like that's how bad it was, because you can tell by the way that looked that somebody had an abandonment of duties somewhere in his role.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news: Cohen might be working on that right now as we speak.
Because, bro, like you can't tell me that offense looks that incompetent in 1 week, put up 38 points.
He also had no trust in his offensive coordinator that he brought in.
I'm gonna bring in another guy that's gonna join in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the comments. It is Travell. Travell, welcome around the water cooler, my guy. What's on your mind? What's happening with you? Chilling.
You think about it though. You think about it though. If he would have got out the way and let them boys do what they did and just recruited whatever, we would be calling man one of the greatest coaches of all time right now because he's undefeated. If he would have just got out his own way, he would be undefeated right now. You think about it.
Okay.
This is coming from a Gus lover.
Hey, I'm a Gus lover because Gus was the last time we had any success. If that man would have got out his own way, we would be undefeated this year. And the whole concept that he put in place, it would have worked up until, I guess, the rest of them guys graduated.
I'm gonna put something.
Turn your background music off, bro, because they all right. We will get flagged for your background music. I have seen that.
Oh, that's my wife, bro.
Anyway, I want to put something. I want to put a bug in your ear. The last time Auburn's offense probably looked this put together. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Cypher. 8-2 at worst, with a chance to
Yeah,
get into
I
the
agree with Cypher
with a
too.
chance to get into the college football playoff. I would probably say 9-1 would probably be where we would be at. I think we legitimately would probably have lost to Texas A&M on the road. But just from the way they've looked. But I at the beginning of the season, I thought we had a chance to win that game, but Texas A&M kind of surprised me this year. But well, not surprised. I just thought that we had the talent to match with them and potentially go there. But now we saw what happened. But I want to put this in your ear. Last year, when we can take a look at a team to where Hugh Freeze was not in on basically what was going on with the play calling in the game, right? Let's take a look at that Kentucky game last year. I don't know if y'all remember, but Hugh Freeze had food poisoning in that game, and he didn't travel with the team. Actually, they didn't know if he was actually going to make the game. They didn't know if he apparently he was that sick, and they didn't know if he was actually going to be able to make it to the game to coach the game. But he got there, and he got there literally like about 3-4 hours before the game started, right? And in that game, that was the game where you saw Jarquez Hunter run for 287 in that game, 278, 287 in that game. And you saw the offense put up 400 plus yards of offense in that game. In the game where he said that it was hard for him to not throw the football. Because but they were running the ball so well. But when you go back and look at that game and you kind of look at it and you see, well, look, if Derek Nix was calling plays in that game, and I believe they put up 27 points in that game, is that not, did we not see what could have been then? With just the small detail of Hugh Freeze being 3 hours before the game kicked off, before being there and potentially not being there, and this offense looking like how it was supposed to look then, like, was that the writing on the wall right there? Did we not look deep into it at that point in time and be like, he's the problem?
Hey Nick, I'm gonna answer your question with a question.
Okay.
Did we not watch Blindside and found out that Sandra Bullock was actually the one calling plays instead of Hugh?
Are you taking?
Didn't I say that a long time ago?
You taking Trevel's comment? Trevel said
Didn't I
that.
say that? Yes.
But that's not a lot though, Nick. That's actually true. Actually true.
I think the thing about it was when he kept putting in the media that it was play called by committee, it was kind of tough to read who. Only people who could really know are the people who had inside information, but it was kind of tough to read who was calling plays for real.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of tough to put the blame on somebody in particular. But we already know who it belonged to. And so in our hearts, though, we were still in the back of our minds, we're still worried about can Derek Nix call plays, because it was that rumor that they were all calling plays together.
You know what I noticed?
Okay, what did you notice?
I noticed that if you was calling the RPO, it's nothing but a scapegoat offense.
Okay, explain that position.
Yeah.
Explain that position. Explain it.
Meaning, if this game isn't called right, I can blame it on everybody else but me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jackson didn't make the right reads.
Right decision. Yep.
Derek Nix didn't make the right play call on this crucial down. I called a touchdown pass to Fairweather in the back of the end zone of the Cal game. Now that he was gone and Derek Nix ran it, it looked like Ole Miss of 2015.
But
I'm just saying.
back when he was at Ole Miss, he was doing the same thing. There's nothing new with what he was doing. It's just he had the quarterback to make the decisions in his RPO system to get him out of his bad play calling. Once he got in the red zone, if you notice, and if you go back and look, in 2014, 2015, his red zone efficiency changed dramatically due to who he had at quarterback. He had Chad Kelly at quarterback. Chad Kelly is a dual threat quarterback that come from a pedigree of dual threat quarterbacks. He's the nephew of Jim Kelly, 4-time Super Bowl appearance, Hall of Famer. So he knew how to run his offense. He knew how to, okay, that ain't gonna, let me throw that over there. You had two top dog wide receivers. He always go out and recruit wide receivers. That's what he does. When he was at Liberty, he had Malik Willis to run him up out of problems. Malik Willis was a dual threat quarterback. He needs a quarterback to make decisions in his RPO system in order for his RPO system to work.
All right.
This time it didn't work because he didn't get out of his own way.
This is what I'm gonna do. I want everybody up here to get their last little Hugh Freeze comments out because Hugh Freeze is no longer the head coach at Auburn. And to be honest with you, I don't want to talk about him no more. I want to talk about what's happening now, and I want to talk about what potentially can happen in the future. So, and get your last piece of Hugh Freeze slander out that you want to get out at this point in time. Now, if it's warranted in the future, we will do it then. But right now, I want to talk about what we saw last night on the football field and how it can help us move forward. Because I'm low key tired of talking about Hugh Freeze. And
can we do the same thing with Gus?
Last little piece of Hugh slander. Go.
But that wasn't no slander. That was being for real. I was being serious.
I'm giving you the opportunity to get your last little piece of Hugh slander out. I know it wasn't. I'm just saying, get it out because I don't want to have any mentions of Hugh Freeze anymore at this point in time. From this point forward.
But it was his offense. We were okay. All right. I have no slander. I just hope the man gets better.
Okay. Cool. Travail.
Can we do the same thing with Gus? Can we not talk about Gus anymore too?
You bring him up all the time.
We're moving forward. I don't bring him up. I defend him. I defend him because everybody else brings him up. Marcus, do I bring him up all the time?
You kind of do.
Nah, last I was on her Ted brought him up.
Okay.
Exactly. Marcus, I defend him. I don't bring him up.
Marcus, your last piece of Hugh Freeze slander, unless it's warranted later on down the road.
I know we're gonna come back to it, but I'll just say this. In the words of my boy Huggy, I don't like his face. Man, get better, man. I feel like you sold us short, bro. I feel like you didn't commit all the way to Auburn. But get better though.
All right, there we go. Now let's move forward, man. Looking at this game, looking at this Vanderbilt game, right? So you saw Auburn go on the road. You saw Auburn have with interim head coach DJ Durkin. You saw DJ Durkin kind of you saw what could be. You saw DJ Durkin have to kind of split his time between being the interim head coach, doing interim head coach things, and being the defensive coordinator, which he told us last week at the beginning of the week that he was going to still be calling plays as well as the primary play caller on the defensive side of the ball. All right. So I want to ask y'all this question, man. How do y'all feel so far? Because this is kind of a continuation of last night. How do y'all feel about Durkin, man? Are y'all still high on Durkin? Are you all still has your thought process changed about Durkin potentially being the next head coach at Auburn? There are some people that feel like he won't be that guy. Shout out to Jake Crane. He says we have to do like the black player because we have a bunch of losers at Auburn. We have some losing mentality at Auburn because losers lose and winners win. Are y'all on that train, or do y'all think that we are close? That we really are at that point, and that it doesn't have to be blown up in order for Auburn to take that next step. And before y'all do that, I'm gonna bring in another favorite of the show. Our guy, formerly known as Fired Freeze. It is the Auburn Thaw. What's going on? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good tonight, fellas. How about yourselves?
Feeling great. Feeling great. Feeling
What's
great.
What's going on, Thaw? What's going on, Thaw?
Your thought process on that Auburn Thaw.
I'm still a Durkin guy.
Okay.
I would not mind him being elevated. What I'm hoping is now that we have a bye week, he can take one of his assistants, nominate them the play caller. So things still work on the game plan together, but in the game, You've got somebody there that's in charge that can make the adjustments. He just couldn't do it as head coach.
True.
So I'm hoping he realized. I mean, he said it, so I'm hoping he realizes, and he isn't like that last guy, and he knows I needs to delegate and give somebody else, just like he gave Derek Nix. It's Derek Nix's offense. He needs to. It's kind of my defense, but the linebackers coach, maybe the safeties coach, somebody he trusts over there, get them in there, and I think we go forward. We can run it like that. Well, Jake Thornton, that tight ends coach, need to go. They just need to get out of here. They can take Xavier Jackal and Preston Howard with them. But, just revamp the offensive staff a little bit. That could work. If Cohen goes a different route, as long as he gets the right guy, I'm not really going to complain. But I will have no problems with Durkin stepping up, keeping most staff together. Most staff together keeps most of this roster together. Some of them are going to leave, but you can keep a chunk of it together by keeping these coaches here.
Okay. All right. This Huggy brought something up that I actually wanted to ask you all a question. It seems as if Auburn can stay in these games because after rewatching the game, Auburn could have won this game. There were penalties that hindered Auburn from not being able to put points on the board or having points taken off the board, i.e., hold by Preston Howard that had a Ashton Daniels run call back. You're on the 1 yard line, but a procedural penalty moves you back 5 yards and knocks you out of potentially putting 7 more points on the board. To this point, do you all think Auburn has a losing mentality? As a football program? Because when you look at the other sports around Auburn football,
well,
the gymnastics team seems to be winning.
Auburn
basketball team seems to be winning. The baseball team is winning. Baseball team is going to College World Series. The softball team is going to has been to a College World Series. The equestrian team is winning national championships. The golf team is winning national championships. The swim team is winning national championships. But it just seems as if the football team can't get it together. So do y'all think that there is a losing mentality in Auburn football?
I would say this, Nick. I don't think we have a losing mentality. Our coach, we embodied a lot of bad habits from our previous coach that you said you don't want us to bring up, so we're not going to bring him up. So that is a reflection of what our team has become these last 3 years. Durkin was trying to fix all that in a week, and still we couldn't expect him to do that. And the thing that still remains from our previous coach that reflected from last week is our team is undisciplined. I don't think we have a losing mentality because they went out there and they fought. Still, what hindered us is the undiscipline that we picked up from our last leadership. So it's gonna take time for Durkin to break that undisciplinedness, and like you said, change the it's not a culture problem, but to build his own culture and get that last culture situation we got is gonna take more than a week. So I just think you give him time. I don't think it's an Auburn as a whole. Outside of it was just the coach that brought a lot of bad things with him.
Your thoughts on that, Auburn thought?
I think a couple of administrations and a couple of head coaches have had a losing attitude.
Okay.
Not just previous guy, maybe the guy before him too.
Okay. Interesting.
And when you've got the administration and some of the big money people fighting, and well, I went this way and y'all don't. It's a losing mentality to not just see. I didn't like the last guy's hire, but I tried to get on board and I supported until I saw it wasn't going to work.
Okay.
A lot of the people in power, the administration and stuff, they won't do that. And that's a losing mentality. You won't get on board and push the guy that's there until he fails. You're just like, oh, you're going to fail. I'm not going to give you resources. I'm going to hold back. That's a losing mentality.
So it sounds like favoritism to me.
Well, look at how they treated Harsin.
Okay.
He didn't get the resources because we don't like him. We don't like your choice screen. So we don't like him. We're going to cut off the resources. We're going to spread rumors. That's a losing mentality.
Okay.
I don't like your choice, so I'm going to sabotage you.
Okay. Is okay. Is that a is that lo- is that
It's a
a
loser's mentality. How about that?
okay? Is that more ego and somebody just trying to be in control?
I just been say
That
I feel
that's
like Auburn
ego,
want to
not
control the
necessarily.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not necessarily a losing mentality.
yeah. That was
And
say
I don't think
Auburn
our
want to
team.
control
I
it.
don't even think our team has a losing mentality. I think they haven't been in this place in so long. So when they finally got here, they just were making mistakes to the point where it was like, okay,
Okay.
that little mistake and that little mistake took us out of where we had to be. I mean, because if we were winning the game, we could have made those mistakes. You feel me? And it
Mhm.
wouldn't have hurt us at all. But because we weren't, we didn't know how to overcome those mistakes. It's not a necessarily we are losing. We got a losing mentality. We just got to find a way to win. We just got to get tighten it up. So when we are in those positions, we won't make those mistakes.
So basically, you saying just because they haven't been there before, they don't know how to do it, is what you're saying.
Right? You got it. You get because like the most talented team in the NBA, if they haven't won a championship, it's kind of hard for them to know how to win a championship. They can be beating on everybody, but all right, let's go back to like 95, right?
Okay.
You
All
got
right.
Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway, and they were just destroying the NBA. But when they got to the big game against Akeem Olajuwon, somebody who's already been there, who knew how to win, couldn't beat him because he knew what it took to win.
Okay. So I'm guessing my question is, if you're looking at this team right now, what would it take for this team to learn how to win? Because if you are just looking from the outside in and you look at these scores, you are sitting here saying, "Man, this team is in the game." Like this team, they are there. You know, if this happens, if this one thing happens, this game turns into something different. This game could easily be an Auburn win, and not we sitting here having a conversation about, man, here we go again about what's going on. So I'm guessing is what does it take? What is that one thing that it is that needs to happen in order for this team to become that? Because to your point, Travell, you are correct. The Warriors did not just the Warriors hadn't won a championship in years. But did it take them having a Steph Curry? Did it take them
No,
having Steph Curry and Clay, on the
no,
team? Did it take them having an Andre Iguodala? Did it take them having a
no,
veteran presence there?
no.
What was it? Like like what is it
It
that
took it took a
this
Steve
It
particular
Kerr.
was
team need is going to have to happen to
no.
make that happen?
It didn't take a Steve Kerr either. It took
Okay,
a
well,
Jerry West.
let us know what it was then.
It took a Jerry West.
But Jerry West was there years before that. Jerry West was there.
Yep,
Jerry West was
it
there
took
for
a
3-4
Steve Kerr.
years.
It took a Steve Kerr because Mark Jackson built the team.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kerr.
So is Derek? So okay. So is Derek? Not Derek. Is DJ Durkin Auburn Steve Kerr?
That's kind of
Only time
that.
will tell
Yeah,
that. Only time will tell that.
only
But
time gonna tell
Yeah,
that.
only time we'll
only
tell
time
it.
gonna tell that. But I like his start. I think somebody put it in the comments earlier. I like how he motivates the room. And to
Yep.
me, like
Yeah.
the only thing that we can say is discipline and defense slipped through the cracks because our defensive coordinator who calls the plays had to worry about the overall team. So I really want to give him time. I really want to see a full game against Bama. I really ain't gonna take the Mercer game into too much, but I want to see the Bama game. Can our Auburn team play a complete game when it matters the most?
Leadership, time, dedication to the team, and repetition on and off the field. Do you think DJ
That's what I
Durkin can
said.
do that?
Yes, I
Only
think he
time
can
will
do
tell.
that. He can do that. Look at the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof is there
Okay.
that it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Did you see his? Did you see his after the game?
Yeah, we
They
saw that
gave
after the
the
game
team.
speech. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
it today?
Yeah, we saw. I saw it today. I saw it after the game
No,
too.
I'm talking about his interview today.
Yeah, the Birmingham at the Birmingham
Yeah,
Monday Morning Club. Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah,
that wasn't co-speak.
that was some of that was coach speak because he actually
Some
said
of
it. He said, yeah, some of this is coach speak. That's
yeah,
what he said.
one of his answers was co-speak. But as far as him talking about he want to be there and he want to stay there, I mean that was being real.
Okay.
That's what you need. You
Okay.
need somebody that wants to be here, who wants Auburn to be in the presence of national title talks every year. That's why I said y'all was saying Steve Kerr. That's why I said no. It took Jerry West. Now Jerry West did find Steve Kerr, but Mark Jackson planted the foundation for that team.
Exactly.
So are you saying? So are we sitting here
It's like
saying
with
the
the
previous?
Bulls.
Are we sitting here saying the previous head coach was Mark Jackson? Are we sitting here saying that Doug
Yes,
Collins? Are we sitting here
I,
saying
I
that?
would say
Are
that.
we sitting here saying that Doug Collins, before Phil
Yep.
Jackson got to the Bulls,
Yeah.
was the previous head
Well,
coach for
Doug
Auburn?
Collins didn't build the Bulls. Jared Krause
No,
did, but
Jerry Krause built the Bulls. No.
Well, I know that,
right.
but Doug Collins was the head coach of the Bulls at that time.
They couldn't win.
Okay. So yeah. I'll say that, Nick. I agree with that.
Okay.
I will.
You see, I'm asking a question because it seems as if there's a lot of people that feel that DJ Durkin is that guy. But here's the question though. DJ Durkin has never won a championship. So what makes you feel and what makes you think that he's the guy that can do it? Because
Phil
everybody that we just mentioned
all I
won
would say
championships
is,
at some level.
all I would
Phil
say
never
is
won.
this: if you gonna hire Durkin right now, it's gonna be on a team friendly deal, meaning you can still go out in a couple, maybe if this year don't work or the following year don't work, and go out and get that splash hire that we've been waiting on. It's just how long is the Auburn fan base? Are we gonna be patient? And I think we should be, since we're begging so much for Durkin. So if he gets his shot, let's be patient with him and give him an opportunity to turn this team around. But don't, since we beg for him, if he do get a shot, oh my God, we're still a mediocre team. This still is mediocre coaching. Like, give him a
I
shot.
said that last night. I said that last night, Marcus. I said if you gonna keep Durkin and the staff, since you don't think these 3 games fair, work out a 1 year deal.
Yeah.
Give them a whole year. If it don't work, it don't work. But you can't lose Durkin. Period. That's my feeling.
I don't think. Okay, I get what you're saying about the 1 year deal type thing, but I don't think that's feasible. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's really feasible in any type of environment when it comes to culture and coaching, because even when you're recruiting, you still gonna have guys trying to figure out, like, are you still gonna be here long enough? Based on what happens this season, are you still gonna be the guy that I'm gonna come play for next year when I do come? So I understand what you're saying. Give them 1 year. Yeah,
I didn't say just
that makes sense. That makes sense if I'm a player. You
I
get
didn't
what I'm
say give him
saying?
1 year.
I'm speaking. I'm responding to exactly what Ant just said.
Okay.
If I was a player, okay, a 1 year deal just to see what you do this year, and then you in a contract, yeah, makes sense. But as a coach and as somebody that's trying to build a culture that we sitting here talking about that we want Auburn to have, I don't think a 1 year deal is something that you can that you can do and expect to continue to build for the future. Is that you gotta put some type of faith into a guy, and you gotta give him more than a year. Because what if I'll give you an example. Durkin took the job at Maryland. All right. The year before he took the job at Maryland, they won like 3 games. The next season he came in, they won 6 games. They went to a bowl game. Once they won 6 games, went to a bowl game. The next year he was projected to win 9 games in the season. And guess what happened? His quarterback tore his ACL in the first game. The backup quarterback tore his ACL 2 or 3 games later, and he had to finish the season with a true freshman and ended up going 4-8. So game 4. So 3 games after the first game, after you lose the starter, you lose the backup at the most critical position on the field, what we've been talking about for the longest. Anything like that can happen. So if we just give him this 1 year deal, what are we gonna do after that? If something like that happens, God forbid, well, are we gonna give him another 1 year deal? Is Auburn gonna give him another 1 year deal to see what happens then?
Nick, you want to know the difference between Maryland and here? How long?
That's,
How
that's the
long? How
difference.
long? How long has Durkin been here?
Man, just give him a 3-year deal with no buyout.
Mm-mm.
He
How long?
taking that.
How long? How long has Durkin? How long Durkin been here?
This is Durkin's second season.
Okay, so he said in Auburn, he knows those players. He knows that team.
That's not what I'm,
He
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. This is not a discussion of if players believe in him. This is the discussion of if you give him 1 year and you have a critical injury or something critical that fundamentally changes the team, and now it wipes out a year because a key person that you're counting on to play this season can't play, and then the backup to that person can't play. So how does that 1 year deal help him?
Those are unfortunate circumstances. I mean, you
I
have
Exactly.
to
mean,
give
that's
And it
him what to
happened.
football,
do it.
right? That's
And it
football.
happened.
It happens.
And it happened.
Yeah,
Yo, you have your guy, then you have the backup to that guy, and then the backup to that guy got hurt. And now you on your third string, who's a true freshman. How is that supposed to help him on a 1 year deal?
you give him
Hey,
another.
man.
You give him another year.
Okay. All right.
That's
All right. I just don't
see
think
what happens. It's not like it was his fault. Like he
I
didn't.
just don't
He didn't
think
go out there and hurt the guy. So
I just don't think 1 year deals are something that you can do for a
Um,
coach. You have to be able to have some type of foundation set to where you can have something something that's considered to be longevity to give him time to build. But go ahead, Auburn thought.
I got a
um,
question when Auburn thought get through.
okay. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, even from from the coach standpoint, it's just not going to work. Nobody's going to take that deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But players are going to look at, if you have a dead man walking every year,
Mm-hmm.
why do I want to go there? Because I want to know who I'm going to be under. And if I'm going there and it looks like they're going to fire him at the end of this year, what if the play style? I had a cousin that got recruited by Bear Bryant.
Okay.
He flipped from Auburn to Alabama because Bear Bryant came and recruited him. He got there that year. Bear Bryant was forced to retire by the state of Alabama, had mandatory retirement. And he brought in Ray Perkins, who went, I don't want to run that offense. All those players just going to sit on the bench and rot. It's there's a portal and everything, but who wants to go when you know you got to jump around and go through all the hoops of changing schools? People want to go somewhere and know their stability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you have that dead man walking 1 year contracts, that's just not going to work. They ain't going to work from the player side or the coach side. I mean, assistant coaches aren't going to stay there knowing I don't have any security because he has no long-term future here. I mean, who's going to come coach with him?
Okay.
It's a
So
good
this is
question.
the thing, right? Don't too many people just say you got a half and half crowd. Some people want Dirk and some people want other people, right?
Okay. Yeah.
What I'm saying about the one, I'm not saying just keep giving him a 1 year deal. What I'm saying is, Cohen said it himself, 3 games is not enough to tell anything about Durkin, so don't do that, whatever, right? So why not just give the staff a whole year? They live up to your I mean, they've been here 2 years. The players that's on this team now know them. If you explain to them, you know what I'm saying, we want to give Durkin a head coaching job. But it's a 50-50 split right now. The people, you know what I'm saying, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give him this contract for 1 year to try and see how he manages the team. For whatever reason you don't like Durkin, if he you know what I'm saying, just say he gets the team 9-3 next year.
Okay.
Then you talk long-term contract. That's what I was saying.
That's not
I
feasible.
wasn't saying
though.
he's a dead man walking.
And
That's not feasible because what you missing out on the 27 class.
there you go.
You're missing out.
We're
You're missing out on recruits in the 27 class, and you're missing out on a lot of guys in the 27 class that to where, yeah, you may still be recruiting those guys, but what you look at, but what those guys are saying at that particular point in time is, yeah, okay, like, all right, so I like Auburn, but I don't know if this guy gonna be at the end of the season. Like, just let's say for instance Auburn does that. Let's say Auburn does do that. What if Durkin ends up being 7-5 at the end of the season? Now we sitting here having a conversation, and we trying to figure out, are we gonna keep this guy as a head coach? In the meantime, you have 27 guys who you have guys in the class 2027 that you're trying to recruit high school wise, because you still want to have that recruiting pipeline through the high school ranks, that are recruiting that are visiting other schools with very solid situations, and still there's not this continuing narrative or this continuing thought process of, is he or is he not going to be there?
We going through that now, so what's the difference?
But okay,
man, we done had three. Listen. We done had. Think about this, right? Since 2020, we have had 3 different head coaches, right?
Okay.
So let's just keep it a buck. We've really been like this for the past 5 years. If you want, I mean, I don't have no problem with Durkin being head coach. I think everybody deserves a second chance. I don't think it was his fault. Things happen in life. You get what I'm saying? Like my mama always told me, if it's your time, it's your time. You can't stop it. I mean, I'm just being honest, bro. I mean, the way the team responds to Durkin, I wouldn't mind him being head coach. I really wouldn't. But again, you have people that's on the fence. They either bring up the Maryland situation, they bring up the record, or they want to bring up the bad culture vibe, whatever. Man, people learn over time, bro. That was that man's first ever head coaching job. Give him time. He has time. He's been in the SEC. He loves Auburn. He can recruit. The players love him. What more do you want?
So if you feel that way, why not just give him a 4-year deal off the top then? Instead of, if you feel that strongly about it, why not just give him a 4-year deal?
I ain't the man with the money. If I had the money, I would.
Okay. All right. Let me bring Travell back in, and then we're gonna bring in losers. Losers is about to enter the chat, man. Here we go.
That must be Mr. 21.
I think it is too. Shout out to Ed Darby.
Hey, what up, y'all?
The band of 1,000 handles.
Jimbo, you're a bum.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
man.
Ed, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts, Ed?
What y'all was just talking on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do no 1-year contract, man. In this business, you don't. You know, some workplaces you can do like a probationary period, but you control that as yourself. You control your outcome. Can't really control your outcome as a head coach. So many things can happen, and plus you're setting the program up for the next 3 to 4 years. So yeah, if you trying to give that man a 1-year contract, that means you don't believe in him. You might as well just go ahead and go and get you a new coach.
Agree. David, I see you.
And talking about and earlier, I don't care who the coach is. It's whoever can bring the positive attitude and an effective leadership. That's who I want. I don't care if you won a championship before. It depends on it's your leader, man. Like,
so you take Jimbo?
I mean, but the whole reason why we here now, because we slipped for a championship.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer this question, David. I see you. I think you asked this question twice. I'm gonna give you the answer that I'm gonna give you this answer right here. Same thing that Dustin says. I don't know enough information to know about who's interviewing, and I'm not in those positions to say if he is or if he is not interviewing. And I can't say for sure or for not sure if he is going to interview. So, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I think it's, in my personal opinion, I think it's probably too early to be saying if somebody is interviewing or not, because who knows what the situation is going on at Auburn. I don't have any information on that. You know, so I would
I
say
missed
that
it. What?
there.
What
I
happened?
would say that there. But you know, it is what it is.
He
Um,
has
If
to
he
he
feel
if
like
he
he
he.
come for interview.
I can
if
answer
he
that.
if he is okay, all right, and got information. If you got it, if you got it, let the man know. Hold on, I'm gonna get through these,
He
and
changed
I'm gonna
your
let
name
Ant.
from Ant OC to Ant the Inside Man.
Yeah, that's what we need to do then. Ant, what's your thoughts? I mean, Ant, what you got? What you got on that? You got information on
He
that?
he not coming.
You heard it from Ant. Ant said he's not coming. That's what Ant said. Ant said he's not coming. All right.
I'll tell you one thing about this. Um, even if somebody is interested in all of that during the season, they ain't going to come to Auburn. It's going to be a Zoom call. They won't be
Hmm.
flying in because he's still coaching a team. He's got work. He can take a few hours for a Zoom call. He can't take hours to fly over here, interview, fly. He can't be wasted up. None of these. James Franklin can because he's not coaching anywhere. But Dillingham or Sumrall or Goshen, they're all. It's going to be a Zoom call. They won't be coming into Auburn for an interview. So if somebody says
But they
he's
got a
flying
bye
into
week, they
Auburn,
could.
What you say?
I don't see it. They might fly out to see him, but he
I
ain't gonna
said if they had
fly
a
in.
bye week, they could.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Now on the bye week, I agree. He probably could, but at the same time, if you was a coach, would you really want to risk that chance?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I kind of agree with free with Fire Free
Well,
on that one.
here's the thing, fellas. Here's the thing. You can't technically you can't talk to coaches during the season anyway.
Yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
Back,
tampering.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Technically,
Mm-hmm.
you can't talk to coaches during the season
Yeah.
anyway. So anything that you're hearing, and I'm like I said, I have no information about this, David Kelly. But what I will say is, just from professional courtesy, you're not a guy that's in the middle of something until that season or that contract is over. That's when you normally have conversations with them. What you're probably hearing is a lot of people on back channels trying to have conversations with
yeah.
them. It's probably what you're
Yeah.
hearing.
Otherwise, we get another jet gate.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Everybody knows what happened with that. Auburn ended up going undefeated the next season. But the thing is,
Flame yellow.
you can't just professional courtesy. You can't talk to coaches in the middle, even during bye weeks. You can't talk to coaches in that way. So more than likely, what you saw, I'm just gonna say was probably not true. That's all I'm gonna say. Probably, like I say, I don't have the information, but it's probably just people talking back channel, just trying to see if he's interested or not. It would be
Didn't
my
they talk? Didn't Colorado talk to Dion like that though? Or it don't work that same way with
back
HBCU?
channels, my guy. Back channels.
Back
Back
channel.
channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
I mean, my thing with Dilly is the reason why I say he's not coming is because bro, he already set up in Arizona. He's from there. His parents stay there. He stayed on the street from his mom and dad. So I mean, I personally I don't think so. I mean, it can be a couple back channels, whatever, but
I wouldn't say never, Ant, but
No.
Yeah, like I said, like I said, I don't know. I don't have the information for that, but I'm just taking a wild guess just based off of just professional courtesy of what you just know in corporate America, what normally happens. But hey, it is what it is. Let's
But
talk about go ahead, Ed, because Ed was saying something before I interrupted him, and I answered that because I saw that question come up a couple of times.
Now go ahead, man, because I can't remember what it is.
Okay, all right, cool.
I got a question. I got a question.
Go ahead.
If they already asked him to buy out the Missouri after the Missouri game, don't you think they already got in mind who they really want?
It's a possibility.
Or they had
mm,
or they already have been back chatting talking to people already. So
It's a possibility.
now
I
I
mean,
will say this. They got a list. They got a 5. Now I will guarantee that they have a 5 that they want.
right.
there were some back channels they were talking back around Missouri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I ain't gonna say no more than that, but there were some back channels going
That's
on.
all we
Yeah.
and that's all we are going to say. That's all
Oh,
that's
okay.
going. That's
I
all that's
mean,
going to
I'm
this
just a
year.
fan.
Uh,
Y'all got the inside stuff.
nobody is claiming to have inside knowledge about it. Nothing. That's all we saying is that's all we gonna say about that situation right there. We let the beat writers that cover Auburn on a daily basis break that kind of news.
We'll let
But
Jake Crane break that.
yeah, we'll let Jake Crane break it because we need to clean house.
We need to not be losers.
We're not losers. We got to get rid of the losing mentality. Shout out to Jake Crane, bro. That was epic, bro. That was
Just
epic.
don't get
Man.
rid of Durkin.
Shout
Just
out to
don't
Jake
fire
Crane.
Durkin.
Shout out to Jake Crane. But yeah, I want before we get out of here, man. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on why are we just not seeing the emergence of I'm not even gonna say the emergence, but why did it take for a subtraction for us to see the addition of one Cam Coleman in literally the matter of a week? Your thoughts on that, fellas?
I mean, we seen it last year at the end of the year.
Yeah, at the end of the season.
It wasn't no secret though.
No, it's not a secret, but I'm just saying, like, why haven't if that happened at the end of the season, why hasn't he been a main focal point of this offense moving forward? Players instead of plays, man.
He was.
He
He
was.
just ran bang eight. He just
Yeah, he
ran
really
bang
was.
eight plays and go routes.
Yeah,
I mean,
Really?
that's it.
that's
Really?
it.
Hold on.
And a lot
To
of
me, it's just how you utilize your talent.
That's
Right.
what I was trying to. Thank you, Marcus. That's what I was trying to get to, man.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to get to.
Nick utilized both of his playmakers in Singleton and Coleman very well, and Cobb as well, very well this past week.
but Hugh Freeze was using them too. It just wasn't working. They were dropping the ball was getting overthrown, they were getting pass interference. He was going to them. It just wasn't working.
I mean, my thing was in a way, Nick's put the Vanderbilt formula in. Just take what the defense give you. If Singleton's open in the middle, sitting down in the zone, give it to him.
Give it to him.
If Cam got 1-on-1, just throw it up there. I mean,
Trigger man was different.
That too.
Yeah,
The
that too.
Trigger man was very different.
Because I saw Jackson Arnold overthrow a swing pass, and I was like, really, dude? Like, come on, bro. Like, he overthrew the screen. Like, come on, man.
I have to disagree. I thought the offense was not being dictated to in this game. Your thoughts on that, Ed? Do you agree with that or not?
Say that one more time.
I thought the offense was not being dictated to. I thought they dictated the game. As a matter of fact, on the rewatch, I thought the offense was kind of doing what they wanted to do almost.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying yesterday, that we just played regular football yesterday. The problem with Cam Coleman and the problem with Cam Coleman, Malcolm Simmons, you can go all the way back to Shane Hooks back in 2023 and those group of receivers, Corey Moore and them. The system restricted the players. Like you said, Cam Coleman was only running bang eights and go routes and stutters and go because that's all the system required of him. And then you also had a stubborn head coach that couldn't get out of his own way and also evaluate talent at the quarterback position. Hey, these plays are out there, but you don't have the quarterback to get the ball to them. So we're in the catch-22 here.
Exactly.
And with the previous coach, his expectation is that he wants the talent to bail him out. When is he helping his talent out? When is he putting in the hours and the hard work to help his players on the field? There were so many processes that were broken. That's why you've seen this past weekend why a lot of these processes were fixed immediately, because you had unity between the head coach and the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Once they got on the same game plan and also working with the defense, getting those things corrected, you've seen all this develop and score 38 points because we just got in the business of playing our style of football, and we're not going to let them dictate on what we want to do. We're going to come in here, we're going to run the ball when we want to run it. We're going to pass it when we want to pass it. We're going to throw it to who we want to throw it to.
Yep.
And I need the right guy in here to pull the trigger. Ashton Daniels, hey, throw the football, son. That's Jackson Arnold. I think if you put Jackson Arnold in that same type of offense, I don't think he pulls the trigger. However, I do believe if Jackson Arnold was a quarterback last week, we would have come up with a different type of offense for him to run. we would have probably got away from the Hugh Freeze or the Lane Kiffin style of offense and went back to a more of that zone read, the speed sweeps and the power, all that stuff that we seen last game with Ashton Daniels with the gap runs, power runs that we were doing. We were seeing that we weren't seeing that too much with Jackson Arnold. So yeah, I just think that's why I think it's more valuable to look at what happened before Saturday. That stuff was what was valuable before Saturday's game. All that stuff that took place during the week, that's the valuable stuff that's going to win you games on Saturdays. And that's what I'm saying. It's almost like I understand what Jake Crane is saying, that you need to come in with disinfectant and clean the whole place. I think you still can do that with a Durkin, but it's just going to take time to fix that because you can't fix discipline issues within a week. 2 weeks.
That's what I was saying.
Because you have to go back to Chaplin and really sit down with him and be like, hey, man, the hearing issue, what's going on? And the one question that I would want to ask him as a coach, have we given you everything to be successful here at Auburn?
Yep.
Can you answer that question for me? Because if we have,
great question.
Because if we have, then we have definitely a discipline issue where we're going to be running steps. And then after that, if you still can't get it after running steps, you need to go sit down, sir.
But it's a discipline issue with the whole team. Like what Pleasant did this past week, that was unacceptable. Like,
well, the thing with Pleasant is he got booed off the field. He didn't come back in.
Yeah,
like I said, the defensive sides don't play like that. Now he had some early mistakes, but then down there in crunch time, he made that face mask. They was like, "Nah, bro, you got to come off the field." But Preston Howard still on the field, 65 still on the field. You know, you had to make a decision at center to pull him off the field because he was young. Really wasn't his fault. You shouldn't even put him on the field in the first place. But yeah, it's just you can do it. You can do it with Durkin. It's just going to take time. And just like the classic movie, we keep bringing it up. Remember the Titans. Attitude reflects leadership. So if you moping around,
I agree with that.
I understand why Cam Coleman's not catching wide open passes.
Yeah, because if you notice this game, they had way more fire in them than you've seen when they were losing those other games. Like after those calls went bad, it's like they just
when you got a coach
that wide open pass.
Play like that, you're gonna play like
right,
that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's just
he had wide open passes.
That's why I keep it simple. It's leadership, guys. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
Just like my time in Afghanistan, man. If I got a leader, we about to go down the road in Afghanistan. I got a leader that's fragile and nervous and stuff. Dude, we about to die. Like I can't walk down the streets in Afghanistan and feel confident about we about to execute the mission. Now, if I got a dude out there that's like, hey, we got everything. I got everything under control. He's not phased when we're getting shot at and stuff like that. We good to go because the confidence is still high. But you couldn't do nothing with that last dude.
I mean, the thing is, you had so much infighting too, so that's gonna rub off on your players as well.
What infight you talking
about? Like let's just say the coach that we're not gonna speak a name on. Giving Jackson Arnold the starting spot, and a lot of coaches didn't agree with that.
Well,
I don't think
that's infighting. He's the freaking head coach. He decides on what goes.
Yeah.
So I mean, but the thing was you didn't have a competition, basically, is what they were.
Yeah, but me as a subordinate, I can come up to you and be like, hey, coach, I really think we need a competition. Nah. We're not going to have a competition. You the head guy. Move forward.
Yeah. You're so right, Mr. Losers.
Auburn thought.
You look at it, and the old saying goes, the team takes on the personality of the coach.
Yep.
You need a coach who expects to win. He has confidence. He ain't out there nervous. He don't look scared. He doesn't collapse under pressure. You need somebody to steady the ship. And when you got a coach that's steady and fired up, he believes in you, you believe in him. Because even if he's acting like he's confident, players know. You'll see if they're being fake. You need a coach who can motivate you and is confident and is steady when things go bad. if you got a coach that's out there losing his mind and going crazy, and then he collapses, doesn't know what to do, and just you're going to follow suit. You're going to kind of feed off his energy. That's one of the things you need in a championship coach. You need somebody who steadies the ship.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. I like what he said there. I also agree with what Ant said earlier about the coach to remain nameless back in 2023 in that Cal game. That's something that rubbed me wrong as a leader. I called that last series.
Mm-hmm.
You're a leader, dude. I've never once, when I had my subordinates, when we did something well, I never put praise. I was like, no, they did it. They did it. They would always try to come up with, hey, man, you did a good job. I was like, yeah, I did. It wasn't me. I led them, but it's really them. They did the work.
Yep.
Oh, as a leader, you always deflect.
Yep, deflection. Yep. Never take.
Yep, but he never spoke with confidence at any point in time. Like even when he
didn't want the job to begin with.
But he never spoke with confidence.
What?
It's weird. You know what? Now, okay, we back on anyway. You know what's weird about that? Because in his introductory press conference, he basically said there were 3 jobs he would leave Liberty for, and Auburn was one of them. But now, after everything is going back out, now we getting the real thing about it. Like, he didn't even know, if he.
Well, no, it was a true statement. He left because Auburn was available, but he didn't say that he was going to coach.
Good God, man! It's just looking back on this, man. I wonder. We like I said, it always comes back to Hugh Freeze. It always does. Always comes back to him. And I just look back on this. We talking about Auburn's offense, and then we talking about how he potentially looked at this. As he was sitting at home, potentially watching the game, probably saying, "Hey, I tried to tell y'all we was close." I'm pretty sure he said that probably like 3 times while watching the game. If he watched it all the way to the end,
he don't believe that.
Yeah,
the man was watching the game. You can see it on his face. He didn't believe that. He knew he was done. He was just trying to get to the next year and make some more money. I mean, probably. Anyways, but
he was at Robert Trent Jones golf trail. Man, that man wasn't watching that game.
Probably. You right.
But this next guy needs to have the attitude and the he just needs to have the full package. I just seen a comment earlier. I'm getting tired of hearing this too. If Durkin wins the Bama game, he should get a job. No.
Can I have a 2 minute? Let me get a 2 minute rant on this with Ed, because I agree with you, and I feel the same way you do.
Real quick, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yep.
So if you win a Bama game, that's great, but that don't mean that you get a whole coaching job.
This is the thing. Are we caught up in just a moment right now with Durkin? Are we in that moment?
We are.
Man, hey, we need somebody, and Durkin just looks like the best.
Looks like the guy, right? We are,
because we don't want to lose a lot of things. It potentially could happen. Are Auburn fans? I'm not saying all, but is majority of the Auburn fan base just caught up in the moment right now of just saying Durkin's the guy? Now, now don't get it twisted. A lot of people feel like he has those qualities of being the guy that can lead and can potentially do that. A lot of people feel that way, but is he the guy that can potentially take Auburn to the next level into championship contention perennially every year?
I mean, possibly. I mean, but I believe most Auburn fans probably do think that Durkin's probably the guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably for reasons under the table.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And probably one of those is like they want to keep the roster. They don't want to see Cam Coleman leave.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm waiting till the end of the year. I don't care about any of these discussions of backdoor or whatever. Let's get through the end of the year. Let's get the full resume of Durkin with his 3 games or whatever, and then get down to the interview process and get down to the last 2 or 3. And then Cohen, you got to sit down and make the best decision for all of them.
And 2 minute rant, go.
Waiting on this.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this one too. I want to hear it.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay, I'm not gonna get nobody demonetized.
Go ahead.
I am so sick
and tired of Auburn fans just because we beat Bama. Oh, we beat Bama. Oh, Bama this. Oh, we did so much of this. We beat Bama. That's all that matters. It's not all that matters. You know why Bama's so much better than us? And I hate to say it like that because they don't think like that. Yeah, we beat Auburn, okay, but we didn't make it to the title game. So we gotta work harder to get there next year. It it's been over the years. We just been satisfied with beating Bama, bro.
Hmm.
Just like you said, oh, do you think everybody say like you said? Everybody saying if he beats Bama, he should get the job. No, 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 no. He should not. That's not a reason to give him the job. As you see from the last hire, just because he beat Nick Saban 2 years running, oh, he should get the Auburn job. He beat Nick Saban. You see what turned out then. So please get off this mentality. If we beat Bama, this person deserves to get a job. No.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, I don't. I've been on that train for the long. I don't care anything about Alabama. I'm more like Steve Kerr. Worry about us.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What about what you got going on?
So
Well, let me speak to that right there about the Alabama thing. Alabama looks to championships because that's what they've been doing. Auburn fans look to beat Bama because that's the only thing they got to celebrate. We haven't been winning championships. We got championships now because we claiming 9 of them. They haven't been winning championships like that. It's just like in wrestling. If you the world champion, you ain't trying to beat the Intercontinental champion. You don't care about him. He's meaningless to you. You started trying to beat the world champion because you tasted it already. You going after that because that's what you have. You're not trying to beat up on the best team in your conference because you are the best team in your conference.
Mm, mm, mm.
you know,
But it's
Wait, go ahead, Armenthal. Go ahead.
I'm John Cohen, and I'm looking at this. I really don't care who wins the Iron Bowl. That's not even what I'm looking at. What I want to see, you saw what happened with Vandy, the defense, because he's doing that. I want to see the process Durkin does. Can he delegate? Can he get the defense right? Get somebody in charge over? How does he handle it? If we go in there and we look competent and Alabama still beats us, Alabama beats us. But if he shows that he can be that type of coach we need, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the final result. See, I looked at the Vandy result on him. I'm like, okay. He took his hands off. He didn't try to meddle. He said, "You do this." He was still trying to do that because he didn't really have time to install somebody. Now he's got 2 weeks. We're going to see the Mercer game, and then he's got Bama.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the process of how he handles this team. Does the players stay locked in? Do they stay motivated with him? Are they playing hard? That's more important than the actual score on the scoreboard at the end of the game, if I'm Cohen. Now, me being an Auburn fan, I want to beat Bama black and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I want to beat Georgia black and blue even more. I lived in Georgia for 20 years. Damn it, I hate those folks.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I'm looking at Durkin the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If he's able to come out here, if they sit Daniels and he's out here to come, if he comes out here with Deuce Knight in this Mercer game, and he's able to get this offense humming again, and the defense is probably going to be able to hopefully be able to bounce back. I do think that's a one-off because you're going to have a bad day. One college football season, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if he comes out here with that offense with Deuce Knight and his offense is humming again, and Deuce Knight is able to get up on Mercer like a regular team, like a 20, 21, 24-0 at halftime. Oh yeah, this dude is good. And then we come back to Bama game with Ashton Daniels, and we play a competitive game, and we're able to score points. Oh yeah, he done a lot off the field, like what Auburn Thal was talking about. That's the type of stuff that you want to see. It's like, for me, I look at it as, I don't care anything about, like I said, Alabama, Georgia. It's about Nick's favorite movie. It's about the freaking program. That's what it's about.
That's
That's
Ted's
Ted's favorite movie.
Oh,
Ted's
Tez, yeah,
favorite
Tez.
movie.
It's about,
Says,
it's about the program. It's just like what Dion, even though they falling back right now, it's about what he had to do when he went to Colorado. Not only did he had to reset the players and the mindset and the mindset with them, they had to get rid of staff. He had to get rid of people in the cafeteria. He had to get people out of the hotel. Them dudes, they only had like 2 hot meals a day. Like he had to create the whole institution
Yeah,
to get back on the winning program.
yeah.
They were just saying, I don't care. So
Well, it seems as if we are all in agreement that we all think that the Auburn has the resources to do everything they need, and we just need a guy that can just come in, step in, and create a culture that can help aid Auburn into the perennial conversation of being in the championship conversation. Could it be Durkin? Could be. Could it be another guy? Could be. I saw King Richard put this one up right here. He said, when y'all talking about Bama, he said Bama also goes out and hires proven Power 4 coaches, not the next up and coming coach that is not proven. They can win in the Power 4 conference. Everybody knows who I feel like should be the next head coach, or who Auburn could potentially try to go after, or a caliber player or a caliber coach of that caliber. And I keep saying it. If you are the 13th winning this program in college football, act like it. As I will continue to say that. But hey, I'm not the AD. Go ahead.
Back to that Alabama comment. They just been doing that for the last 2 coaches. Before then, they were hiring up and coming coaches as well.
Okay. All right.
Because before Nick Saban.
All right, fellas. This has been a good show, man. I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler tonight, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for coming on and rocking with us, man. Everybody, man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Before we get out of here, as always, I want to say thank y'all again, but also, there won't be a locker room this week because Auburn's on a bye week, so so we won't be doing anything Saturday, so we'll just be watching college football. But make sure that you subscribe to these YouTube channels on YouTube at It's SEC Season. I got Auburn Tez at Tight Sports, Alabama Football Megacast, DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts TV, Dustin over at the Podcast. I got B Sharp over at Sharps for the Sports Talk, Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom Podcast, and the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube. Also, man, make sure you subscribe to Bubba and the Old Man over on Auburn Sports Talk. Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk. They just put a video up that I got a chance to watch, and bruh, dude was caping for Jimbo Fisher. Good God, y'all gotta go watch that, bruh. It was hilarious. Just go watch the video. Go to Bubba and the Old Man and watch the video. Trust me, you're gonna be like, "What?" I think it was Courtney and I can't remember the other dude name. Courtney and is it Taylor? Courtney and something. So I can't remember. I can't remember the other guy's name, but forgive me for that. But make sure you subscribe to those guys. Make sure you subscribe to Bubba and the Old Man's channel over there. JMHO Sports Talk with Coach Sean, and of course On the Block Sports with Coach Carl as well. And as well, make sure y'all go support the people that support Water Cooler Talk Sports. I got DJ. They want to support a Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. As always, make sure that you go over there and subscribe to him on his platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood Media. It's Hollywood EY, and of course on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. So please make sure that you subscribe over there to him as well, man. And before we get out of here, please make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube. So you know when we post more videos and when we go live, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us as always. Tonight, I saw somebody in the chat said, man, we got to finish. Who's that? Who said that? Huggy. He said, Nick, we got to finish the best rapper convo Saturday. I don't know. Saturday, I'm going to be sitting out watching football. I don't know, man. We'll probably, I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna be sitting out watching football Saturday. I don't know. We gotta do that. We gotta probably do that as something else. At another time. We'll figure that part out. I don't know. Yeah, please hit the like button, man. Help us out. We are on our way to 900 subs. So please hit that like button. We're trying to grow and glow, man. So we appreciate that so much. Hey, they said you got full and got quiet, Ant. That's what they said. They said you got full and got quiet.
Man, I ain't get full, man. I'm
All right.
just,
I'm just telling you what the chat said. I'm telling you what the chat said. All right, man. We about to get out of here, man.
just chilling.
All right. We about to get out of here, man. Y'all be easy. As always, man. Y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one, man. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all get a man upstairs above his because he deserves all the praise and all the glory.
Hey,
And until then, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead. Who got some?
losers, mount up.
Make sure y'all go watch
Hold on.
this Jake. Make sure y'all go watch Jake Crane. Because
got
God,
one.
that was hilarious. That
I
was
got
hilarious.
I got one too.
Okay.
You're a bum, Jimbo. You're a bum.
This guy. This is Christmas movies. Guys out. All right.
All right, man.
As always, man, y'all have a good
I got
one,
one.
man. Y'all be easy. As always, it is one love. Ladies and gentlemen, we out this mug. We'll see you Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We be gone. As always, y'all be easy. We gone.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.